My name is Kent.
My name is James.
James and I have been members here since, about 12 years, I think is kind of what we kind of say. And
Yeah.
we'd looked at a lot of different churches. I was a music coordinator at a church in Capitol Hill for 11 years, but it was primarily a church that was all about being gay, that people could feel welcome in coming to church there and express who they were. It's a denomination that was started in the late 60s out of San Francisco. But when James and I decided to adopt kids, we decided that we wanted to find a church home that had a youth program, so that our kids could grow up in the church and have friends that they could bond with and so on. And after looking at many churches, we just really felt like First Plymouth was a great place, a welcoming environment for our family.
I know in our search, the biggest draw we had was the rainbow flag sign out on Hampton there that spoke that all are welcome. And so we chose to come into the church, and definitely from the moment we came to the church, the congregation was just extremely welcoming to both us and our kids, and really took them under their wing and made it feel like we're really part of the church.
When same-sex marriage came to be on a federal level, we decided that instead of running off, say, to Hawaii or something and having a small intimate wedding with just our kids, we thought that it would be a great idea to actually bring our family and our community together to celebrate something that now could be done that couldn't have been done before. And we really felt like First Plymouth was the perfect place to have something that we both were raised with, as far as the formality of being able to be married within a church, but also the music and the pomp and circumstance, getting dressed up and bringing our family together. It was a fantastic thing to be able to do together. I was starting to come out when I was in my teenage years, so coming out and being gay and being Christian was really a long process for me to look at how I was raised, the teachings of the church that I was raised in, and then having to kind of relearn that for myself. What was Christianity and God? What did God mean to me? And one of the things that First Plymouth brought to me is an openness to explore that it's the UCC church doesn't feel like a dictatorship that we have to follow exactly what is presented here, but in fact we can use what is being presented at the UCC church, but also to have space to explore our own spiritual path, which has been very attractive to me.
And as for me, being gay and the Christian church itself, I wasn't raised in the church a lot. It played a very little part in my life of growing up. I was baptized Lutheran when I was in elementary school, and I came out late in life. I was 45 at that point, and I had met Kent. And so for me, I think I was at this adult stage in my life. It's like, why should there be any difference or discrepancy or judgment against me? I'm just walking in as a human being who happens to be gay, and I just feel confident and very comfortable with it. And that's what's happened here.
I think growing up in the Christian church, I always felt like I had a secret that I couldn't share in the environment where I was worshiping. And here, it doesn't need to be necessarily spoken about either, but it's perhaps common knowledge, but it's not something that has to be pointed out or raised up. It's something that can just exist, and that's very comforting and welcoming.
It's been easy for me just coming into the church. My efforts that I give back to the church, I just feel like I'm just a member of the church. I don't see any real separation in the straight gay scenario.
You know, in work and living and existing in a society where tolerance and acceptance can be very questionable, it's a pleasure to be a part of a church where people truly are accepting and welcoming into a community where many kinds of people can gather together and feel welcome. And it feels like we are just one aspect or one component to that puzzle.